Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League Tuesday Night Thunder. True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. Hot in the desert tonight. Phoenix Raceway. I don't want to say scene of the crime, but the track temperature may be criminal. 118 degrees on the racing surface tonight. Guys have been out here for about an hour, about 20 of them. 21, 22 of them have been out here for about an hour. They have heated the track up even more, but they put down a pretty good band of rubber for the racing groove. Michael Larch, the quickest in the room, and that just happened recently. He was second quick to Galen Gibbon and now has surpassed Trevor Williams right behind him. Then Kobe Stidham, Ross Cato. So your top five in points in the house. They will be going to the back after qualifying, no matter what qualifying looks like. Casey Graves, Ross Cato, Galen Gidman, Michael Larch, and Garrett Boyd will be those drivers.
Sure, if it was you at fault or the other guy's at fault. At least claim.
Drivers meeting going on right now while drivers make their laps. Hello, Mr. Ken, Mr. Bill. Welcome this evening to the chat. One of your house cars right there. The BeefOBradys machine, the 24 of Thomas Branner, 7th quick in the practice session. Garrett Boyd, top 5 in points. Ross Cato, also top 5 in points. Oh, Ross Cato having an issue. He'll be going to a backup car. There's Trevor Williams, a winner earlier this season. And the 62 car, DG Swiss. I know he's streaming. I went and checked. There's Lucas Hoytsma, I just saw. Got a different number on his car tonight. What is that about? He's the 46 on the program. I think he's the 90. Yeah, 97 on the door. I don't know what he's doing. And then our old buddy, the sim racing gigolo, Brock Bigelow. These boys are in for it tonight, man. It is hot. It is not going to cool down any. That was a shot right there of Doyle Lawrence's car. Sorry, got distracted right there. Of Doyle Lawrence's car. You're going to see an extra name tonight on the lineup. You can ignore that because yours truly was an idiot. He decided to log in as a driver. And he hasn't done that in a very long time. By accident. He's done it on purpose many times, but he didn't. Tonight wasn't a total accident. I'm not even sure what I was thinking when I was clicking that button. I was probably still talking race cars with somebody, and, well, that just makes me a big dummy. That's all I can say. We are down to it. Practice now coming to a close. I will say that we are about 60 points separating first and second right now. There's Jersey. All right, qualifying. And a shout out, Philip at True Southern Florida Living, and Jersey and Justin over at BeefOBradys for helping us get this thing up and going and keeping it live for all of you. I talked to Mr. Flewelling earlier today, and he will be getting our trophies ready here very soon. That looks like Brock Bigelow is headed out. Lucas Hoytsma on a qualifying run. What? He's going to take the back row challenge. He's won the last 2 races in this series. And he is going to be taking the back row challenge, but I think he's just qualifying for qualifying's sake. So we'll see what he does here. Can't find my cursor. There it is. I feel like the cameras on this pack are so bad. Down through 1 and 2, and he shut it down before he got a lap in. Bigelow is coming out of turn 4. He'll cross the line. 27.616 for Brock, and he slides it into turn. Whoa, whoa, wow. Let's go and watch. Well, it moved. He moved. I don't know what happened. I truly do not know what just happened right there. Lost the driver. I was going to watch the 94 car. Your other house car. On his first lap of qualifying, Ross Cato, 27.223 seconds. Quickest right now. What does Gidman put up? Gidman didn't put a lap. His first lap. Not counting. It's still Cato. 27-2. We'll see. He might have brushed the fence down the backstretch. Garrett Boyd, second quick, 27-4-3. So a couple of tenths off. What does Gidman do? He was super quick in the qualifying practice. Lap number 2, pole position for the time being, 27-1-4 for driver 94. There's Cliff Mullins. Here's Michael Larch. Here's the other car that I was looking for. Larch already on his second lap. Brandner goes third quick. Gidman, Cato, Brandner, Boyd. Wow, Team RPM stacking them up at the top of the field. Michael Larch on lap number 2. 27-26. He breaks into the middle of that RPM pile. Third quick at the moment. Lucas Hoytsma back on track. He's about to complete lap 1. Let's see where he goes to. No time on lap number 1. I think that was because he restarted his lap. But Cliff Mullins now, 6th quick. Stephen Pearson. Trevor Williams up to 4th quick. So teammates Larch and Williams now 3 and 4 in the standings. Let's see what Hoytsma. Kobe Stidham is rolling off pit road right now. We'll see what Hoytsma does. Second lap's going to be his money lap. And he's 7th quick, 27-49. Mike Robinson rolling off pit road. Here's DG Swiss coming out of turns 3 and 4. Swiss. And no time on lap number 1. So we'll see what happens. Kobe Stidham now streaking across the stripe. He's 15th quick, 28-15. I'm sure lap 2 will be better for the 36. Swiss is in 3 and 4. Mike Robinson about to complete his first lap, qualifying. Swiss, 28-28. Up the hill to 17th. Robinson, 13th. Here's Stidham on lap 2. Where does he go? He jumps to 5th quick at 27-30. So bonus points for the 36 car. It does not look like Lawrence, Graves, Forstner, and King are going to take time tonight. Yeah, Mike Robinson on lap 2. Slowed down just a little bit from his 27.91 to 27.99. So not enough time in qualifying for anybody else to get 2 laps. If they could hit a hot lap first, they might be able to get out there. But your points leader, well, he's not going to take time. He is going to start at the back, just not waste the tires. These guys have to start the race on the tires they qualified on. And it does become a big deal, especially if you're a tire saver kind of guy. So Graves has a 60-point lead on Cato, 119 on Gidman, 128 on Larch, and 149 back to 5th place Garrett Boyd. And it's only 8 points back to 6th place, which is Cliff Mullins. So still anybody's season, but your defending series champion has kind of got it in hand. So Galen Gidman wins the pole and all the bonus points. 6. Ross Cato gets 4. Michael Larch 3. Trevor Williams, True, and Kobe Stidham gets 1. Of that front 3, well, all 3 of them going to the back. So Gidman in the 94 on row 1 next to the 12 of Ross Cato. The 4 of Michael Larch will join them at the back of the field tonight. He was slated to start next to the 1 of Trevor Williams. 36 of Kobe Stidham. The 24 of Thomas Brandner will stay put where they are at, row number 3. 21 of Garrett Boyd, he's going to the back as well. But he was slated in a row number 4 next to the 97 of Lucas Hoytsma. Cliff Mullins, the 44, Stephen Pearson, the 83, in a row number 5. Row 6 is the 81 of Dean Gagliano. And newcomer, rookie. What is his number? 22. Don't know why it's not showing, but the 22 of Jeremy Newell. I don't know why it's not showing his number. That's weird. 27, Brock Bigelow. 51, Mike Robinson in row 7. Kevin Spaulding and Daniel Llewellyn, the 25 and 23, in row number 8. The 62 of DG Swiss. And the 01 of Casey Graves. Graves will move from that spot to the very last car in the field. You will not see the 31 at all. But the 88 of Doyle Lawrence would have been his partner back in row number 10. And then the 69 of Mike Forstner and Tiny Dancer in the 18, Scott King. 22nd on the grid. Yeah, he's back there. Scotty made it. He's back there. So the Knucklehead, the only car that didn't have to grid out. But we'll roll them out. You'll see the top 5, especially those front 3 right there. They'll start weaving and dancing and pulling out a line. Everybody will go by. They'll go to the back. They'll pick up Garrett Boyd on their way back there. And they will go back and meet Casey Graves in the 01 at the back of the field. And there we go. Now we're going to roll and get out the way. You can see on that inside line right there, Gidman, Larch, Boyd. There goes Casey Graves diving off to the right. Lucas Hoytsma also taking the back row challenge here. Pace car's already in. They may have to extend this. I don't know. They're getting tightened up pretty quick here.
All right, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Pace car, we're not going
That's
green.
what I'm talking
Not
about.
going green.
Admins right on top of things. We do not want to start this with the field all kind of stretched out. So they will wait. Pace car will come back out and pick up the field here. Oh, boys, please watch out. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Man, staying at pace speed and keeping the field at pace speed prevents accidents under caution. That was dangerous right there. So now we got the one to go. We'll get ready to restart here. Pace car will get out of the way again, and we'll be ready to go. 125 laps. Stidham and Williams. And then Mullins and Brandner. Gagliano and Pearson. Bigelow and Newell, new guy, up here in the top 8. So the rookie in the 22, ready to go. There's Kevin Spaulding, and I believe that's Mike Robinson in your top 10 for the start. Green flags in the air, and we're underway. Tuesday Night Thunder getting after it in Phoenix. Stidham across the dog leg. Out to the point, Mullins. Drove it to second, but he is going to have a problem. The guy on the outside, well, that's Trevor Williams, and he was able to get the power down, pull right back alongside. We'll see what happens down here in 3 and 4, the short end of the racetrack. Does the middle have enough momentum early? Yeah, looks like it. Williams jumps to P2. Brandner 4th, Bigelow 5th. Gagliano, Pearson, and Newell, Spaulding, and Swiss in 10th, but he's got company on the high side. They're side by side, pretty near the rest of the way back through this field. Boyd and Larch side by side. Robinson got loose on the outside, and he's lost about 4 spots since we checked on him a moment ago, and he's about to lose another one because Gidman got up the inside, and he got by. That's Hoytsma working his way by on the inside. Well, maybe not past because Gidman got into 1 and 2 and got way tight. Got up the hill, almost got to the fence. So everybody's going to check up, let him gather up. Right in front of him, Mike Forstner. Right behind Michael Larch, Kevin Spaulding got the car out of shape, chased it up the hill, gathers it up. Oh, boy. Contact. Yeah, we're going around. We don't have a caution. We don't have a caution. Nobody facing backwards. We don't have a caution yet. Lap 3, almost 4. And not 66, 69, folks. The 69 and the 94 got together right there. So we'll get all these guys straightened and figured out. Up front, Kobe Stidham, well, he's in command. But he may not be for long because Trevor Williams has run right to the bumper. These two have gotten away from Mullins, Bigelow, and Gagliano. They are about a second ahead of these guys. Then it's Brandner leading the next trio. Brandner, Pearson, and Newell. Then Swiss and Llewellyn. We hadn't talked about Daniel Llewellyn yet tonight, so the 23 car. Got door-to-door company. Hello, Derek Layton. Door-to-door company right there. It's Michael Larch to the inside, and Larch has got to get off the throttle because the car started to get pulled up next to and into Llewellyn's car, and he had to roll out and let him go. Right behind Michael Larch, Casey Graves got by Galen Gidman, Garrett Boyd, and then Ross Cato. So your top 5 in points are all right back together. Larch, Graves, Gidman, Boyd, Cato. And they run 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th right now. Doyle Lawrence just a tick behind that. And then Kevin Spaulding has slated in behind him. Scott King. Lucas Hoytsma is back a ways again. He was coming forward, and now he has kind of slowed things up, and he's working his way to the back. And then the cars that got sideways, Robinson, Forstner. Up front, battle for the lead starting to shape up. Trevor Williams is trying the high side. And Kobe Stidham slid it right across his nose right there. Williams stayed with it, got to the outside through 1 and 2, and now we've got a new leader. Can he get it back to the stripe? Trevor Williams will lead his first laps of the night. Lap number 9. Still about 1 second ahead of the next group, which is Cliff Mullins, Brock Bigelow, and Dean Gagliano. Gagliano is starting to lose touch with the next 2 in front of him, but he's going to have company. He'll be racing again soon because Brandner is starting to reel him in. Fastest car on the track, well, that's your leader. Trevor Williams, 28.24. And a 28.31 by Stidham. Everybody else, 28.40 or slower. We'll get back here into this mess. Casey Graves working around Llewellyn. Larch is right behind him. Man, I'll tell you what, that is close quarters racing. And Daniel Llewellyn, he makes it tough to pass. He wants to get down next to you. Keep that air. I'm letting you get up the track. Maybe pull that right rear corner around a little bit. Get you loose. Ooh, little contact. Oh, a lot of contact with the wall from the 23 right in front of the 4 of Larch. That's going to open things up a little. There was a tiny bit of contact between the 01 of Graves and the 23 of Llewellyn coming out of turn 2. That opened the floodgates, and now both Graves and Larch got around the 23. Now it's up to Galen Gidman trying to figure out how to pass the 23 because he's got the next 3 right behind him, or the next 2, I should say, in the top 5 in points, Boyd and Cato. Gidman committed to not going across that dog leg. And he tried it on the outside of Mike Forstner. And those two made a little contact. No caution. Going back to the front because Trevor Williams is opening the gap. He's out to 3/10 now. There's a pass. Cliff Mullins got to Brock Bigelow. Right after the dog leg. And he's got himself up to 3rd now. Bigelow just settling in. Long green run is what it feels like here. We may go a ways. Let's go to the back. Doyle Lawrence took the 88 car right to pit road a couple laps ago. Don't know what happened to him. I'm sure he'll come to the chat and let us know what's up. We're looking at the 69 of Mike Forstner. I really want to get down here and see. I don't see damage on this car.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And
Caution is out.
caution for the first time. Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't want to see this. 62 DG Swiss. Oh, yeah. It just got a little loose, and Larch, was it Michael Larch? It looked like didn't have anywhere he could go. Nothing he could really do right there. He tried to miss him. Very, very minimal contact, but the 62 was already loose. So, car's headed for pit road. Trevor Williams stays out. Everyone behind him absolutely abandoned him on the racetrack. There's Kobe Stidham, Cliff Mullins, Brock Bigelow, Dig Gagliano, Branner, Pearson, Newell, Lark. Everybody's coming in. Only car that didn't come in was your leader, Trevor Williams. Oh, my. He's got to feel a little naked out there right now. Stidham, right at the end of the curve. There goes Scotty King. King was in before him, so he'll get out after. He will not get around the leader, so he'll be a lap down already. Stidham got out first, then Mullins, Bigelow, and Gidman. Well, Gidman not out yet. I don't know if he got Larch right there or not. That was awfully close. I do know Casey Graves got all of them. Then it looks like maybe Larch, then Gidman, Brandner, Boyd, Cato. That's your top 10. Hoytsma is up here 11th. Gagliano, Spalding, Swiss after the spin. Clapper, Pearson, Forstner now rolling off, and so is Daniel Llewellyn. All on the lead lap. Scotty King and Mike Robinson. Well, lap down, they will be moving to the back. Trevor Williams dives off from in front of the field. He'll go from leading to about 19th. Don't know, maybe he missed pit road. But he took fuel only. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. So Kobe Stidham will assume the lead with Cliff Mullins on his outside. Then the next row behind. Wow. 3-time winner in the series on the outside of that second row for this restart. And he drove from dead last. 20 laps in, and he's already in the top 4. Did some good work on pit road, got himself a little bit of an advancement there, but Casey Graves right outside of Brock Bigelow there. Then it's Larch and Gidman, Brandner and Boyd, Cato right behind that. So our top 5 are all in the top 10 now. They started out back.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Lap number 21. Stidham and Bigelow went to the dogleg, and they go 1-2. Down into turns 1 and 2. Cliff Mullins on the outside. And Bigelow will shut that door coming off of turn number 2. Graves is still 4th, tucked in behind. Then Larch and Gidman are almost side by side behind that for 5th and 6th. Branner on the inside of Garrett Boyd back here. That'll be 7 and 8. Then Hoytsma and Cato. And Hoytsma had a moment where he thought he could get to the left rear corner of the 24, and he backed it up a little bit. He'll wait and see if Branner makes a mistake here. Let's go a little further forward here. Top 4 now. Exactly how they restarted, really. And Mullins trying to get to that left rear corner. Man, he couldn't do it. He slowed down enough. Graves got to his outside right there. Good run out of turn number 2 for Casey Graves. Hoytsma in traffic, and he had a check up, and he just about lost the right rear on that 97 car. He got a little sideways down there in 1 and 2. He checked up for Boyd and Larch. And the car stepped out just a tiny bit, and he may do it again right here. And he is getting runs to the center of the corner. Really good. About as good as anyone, maybe better than most. Just can't complete that pass on Garrett Boyd for 7th place right now. Caution again at the back. Oh, no. Well, that's not what I thought, but we're going to go watch it. 25 car, Kevin Spaulding. On the high side. Oh, and he got help from his teammate. Oh, and he killed the inside wall. Everybody dipping and dodging. Let's go watch this from a little droney action. When he had to lift right there, thought he was getting into the fence, and Pearson wasn't ready for that and was on that left rear corner. So Brander, Cato, Gagliano, Llewellyn, Pearson, King, Swiss, and Spaulding all headed for pit road right there. And I'm sure Kevin wanted to go see how much damage, see if they could do something about it. But the front 5 stay out. Make it 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. Does Mike Forstner stay out as well? Yes, he does. And he'll be 10th now. So Stidham, Bigelow, Graves, Mullins, Gidman, Larch, Boyd, Hoytsma, Newell, Forstner, then Brandner off pit road, front of Cato, Gagliano, King, Robinson, Pearson. Robinson looks like he is the lucky dog. Scotty King back on the lead lap as well. Ross Cato back on pit road. DG Swiss rolling off of pit road now. Daniel Llewellyn behind him, and then Kevin Spaulding still in his box. Let's go see. Oh, Kevin Spaulding. Smoke show right now. Having a little barbecue sitting there in the 25 stall, so that may be terminal. That may very well be terminal for the 25. Get things restarted here. We'll see if we can holler at Kevin Spaulding and make sure what happened there, and if he's finished for the night. But we'll get these guys down here at the end of this backstretch. All right, about to roll into the start zone. Stidham still out front. The control car, they're in the start zone. Green flag back in the air. Let's see what Casey Graves does with Brock Bigelow here. And he wasn't able to do much across that dogleg. Bigelow had a good run. The short way around on the bottom of turns 1 and 2 may give him a little advantage. They're going to touch doors just slightly. And it'll be a drag race down here to 3 and 4. This may be the difference. How well does Bigelow get through 3 and 4? They'll stay side by side. They're stacked up behind these two. Larch, Mullins, Hoytsma, Gidman, Boy, they are all stacked up behind that side-by-side battle. Now it's Larch side-by-side with Graves. Great race in there. Let's get our buddy Captain Kevin Spaulding. You there, buddy? Kevin, you around?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, man. Tell us what happened out there, because it looks like it's terminal.
It's the car's done for the night. Too much damage. Honestly, I thought I got dumped by Steve. And when I watched it, it's just I had that high side wiggle coming off, and he had a smooth line coming up, and cars connect, different lines. It happens.
Yeah, it looked like from our vantage point, you had to lift just a little bit, and he was right on that left rear corner and really didn't have any time to react or anywhere to go.
Yep. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I guess what you do is hit the inside wall, sir.
Well, I'm going to come watch the race.
All right, man. Well, I'll put you back with your teammates. Maybe you can help them out, and maybe you can put one of the RPM guys up on top of the podium tonight.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Roger, for all you do and all our sponsors.
Kevin Spaulding, everybody. Driver of the 25, early exit at Phoenix. Probably happy to get out of the heat, because I guarantee you it is boiling in these cars. Right now, Stidham, Larch, Bigelow, Hoytsma have it figured out. The battle right now is Casey Graves and the 94 car of Galen Gidman right there. And I don't think that Hoytsma's settled for fourth at all. I think he's going to go after Bigelow. So let's move and check that out a little bit. Man, he is right on the corner. You guys can get close and just race that hard with each other. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, make sure you shout them out. The action, pretty heavy right now. But we got time to pay attention to what you guys are saying in the chat. You just got to say something. Stidham, Larch, 1-2, and they have a small breakaway from Bigelow, who is fending off Hoytsma right now. Michael Larch is going to make a bid to go for the lead right here. Almost had Stidham cleared. I thought if he would have went ahead and slid the car up, he might have been able to seal the deal. He is going to get it into 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. I'm sorry, right on the very bottom. And I'll tell you what, back in steps out. And that's why you stay on that driver's door. Slowed him up enough that Bigelow will go by. I think Hoytsma is going to get there now. They got it sorted back out. Larch got it back up to speed getting into the corner, but Hoytsma is going to beat the door off that thing. Coming out of turn number 2 right there. Man, he pulled the paint off the 4 car on the right side. Graves tucked in, Gidman tucked in, so second on back. Very tight as Kobe Stidham now has a little bit of safety. About a half second. Let's go back. Garrett Boyd is 7th. Then Thomas Brander and Cliff Mullins, 8 and 9. Dean Gagliano in the top 10. I know his teammates were giving him some grief earlier. There comes Trevor Williams. He's a lap down. But he's making tracks to get closer to the front. He'd be the lucky dog if we get. Oh, gosh, he's 2 laps down. Is that right? Yeah, he's 2 laps down. Oh, there's contact. No, cautions are on. We know they're on. We've had 2. That was pretty wild. Man. I think the 24 thought he was clear, and he got into the left front corner with his right rear of Cliff Mullins. Let's go check on Mullins. Slight bend in that right front fender right there in front of the tire. We'll see if that affects the handling of that 44 car. As I was saying, the teammates, Larch and Williams, were kind of giving some grief to Gagliano about incident count And come to find out, the one of Cliff Mullen, or I'm sorry, of Trevor Williams, is right behind the 81. So the boys giving each other grief about their incident points, and Mr. Gagliano kind of got to have the last laugh with that. Right now, Trevor Williams is trying to get around Thomas Brander. He's 2 laps down, and he would sure like to get at least one of them back the hard way before he gets a caution and kind of wastes a lucky dog. But Stidham now starting to get away from Bigelow, and Bigelow has got all kinds of pressure. His back bumper is seeing black. The 4 car all over it. And he is doing everything he can to fend off every advance from every single driver. He held off Hoytsma. Now can he hold off Larch? Larch was just in the lead for about a straightaway. Couldn't hang on to it through turns 3 and 4 and keep that lead. Now he's having to try to fight back. Meanwhile, 36 of Kobe Stidham waving out the window to the boys. Bye-bye. And you saw the 4 get loose again right there. It looks like turns 3 and 4 going to be the nemesis for that 4 car until he figures out the adjustment. Bigelow holds him off. Now Hoytsma looks like he may get by him here coming out of 1 and 2. And that'll move Larch to 4th, right in front of the 94 of Galen Gidman. Man, Gidman got a good run down into turn 3 right there. "45 laps complete this time by, about a third of the way through. That's Ross Cato working on Cliff Mullins. And Mullins' car must be damaged enough that it is affecting the way it's driving right now. Lucas Hoytsma now pulling alongside Brock Bigelow, and he's going to clear him in turns 3 and 4. And that'll put Michael Larch back to the bumper of the 27. These two have already battled. So Stidham and Hoytsma 1-2 right before halfway. Now Gidman with a run. Oh, man. He got just into the left rear corner at a little bitty tap. And Larch went up the hill. It opened the door for Gidman to get there. But he had a run up that backstretch. And when he went to pull inside, he just put a little bitty tap on the left rear corner of the 4 car. And I'll tell you, it looks to me like the exit of all the turns now is starting to become the nemesis of that 4 right rear tire. Might be giving up just a tiny bit. And it looked like the same thing just happened. When you lay on that right-hand door, you can pull the air off the right rear corner of the car on the inside and make them loose. And that's what happened. We've seen it multiple times now. Let's go watch if he can get another run here. He's a little far back this time, but Dean Gagliano in 6th now. Making some inroads. We don't see the 81 car up at the front a lot, but having a good showing here now tonight. 50 laps into this 125 lapper. And he is just running a very high line in turns 1 and 2 there. But it's working for him. Casey Graves, Garrett Boyd, Thomas Brander, Ross Cato round out our top 10 right now. And Cato, well, he is about 6 seconds, 6.2 seconds behind Kobe Stidham. Stidham, he's going to see the 97 car getting bigger and bigger in the mirror because he's being outrun by about a tenth. Lucas Hoytsma is slowly closing that gap. Bigelow, Larch, Gidman, and Larch and Gidman can't get away from one another, but Bigelow got away from both of them just a little bit since we were up here checking on them last. Let's go see how Daniel Llewellyn is doing. Daniel is 18th. He's 1 lap down now? 2. No, he's the last car on the lead lap. I'm sorry, he just hadn't caught up with scoring and timing. So 18th. And then Trevor Williams is still up here. Couple laps down. 19th place. Scotty King, 16th. DG Swiss, 17th. Let's go to 15th. There's Mike Robinson in the 51. Mike is about 11 seconds off of the leader. The rookie, Newell, 14th. Then Stephen Pearson's right in front of him. And then there's the 69 of Mike Forstner. 12th place at the moment. Mike is the steady Eddie kind of guy. He's going to just do his own thing, run his own lap times. And if he feels like he's a little slower than the rest of the guys, he knows he's going to save a little tire that way. That time nicks the fence pretty hard right before turn-in into turns 3 and 4. He's right behind Cliff Mullins. And then we're back to our top 10, and that's a pretty big gap from 11th to 10th. That gap is 4.5 seconds to get up here to Cato. Stidham, Hoytsma, Bigelow, 1, 2, 3, and Bigelow has been there in that top 3. Going to take next season off. Getting ready for a big move, a wedding, and a whole lot of stuff, and he's going to have to do some focusing on some of that. We may see him on Wednesdays some, but the Monday, Tuesday stuff is probably going to be pretty sporadic. He told me that earlier this evening. Four car loose out of turn 4 again. And I think the right rear may be suffering on the 4 car just a little bit. Your defending series champ and current points leader sitting back here 7th. As we are creeping in on halfway, about 6 laps from being there. '21 of Garrett Boyd in the 8th spot. Been as high as about 6th tonight. But top 5 in points, he started about 15th or 16th this evening because of, wow, what a slide. Getting that thing down into turn 3. He's good with his drifting. I don't think he wanted to drift it there, though. Watched him horsing around at the end of practice on Sunday night, and he did an entire lap around this place sideways. We'll see if he does it again here, getting down into 3 and 4. Bumped the fence. This time he won't because the car was de-wedged pretty good right there. Let's go back up front because now your leader is under fire. 97 of Lucas Hoytsma closed the gap on Kobe Stidham, and now he's just trying to figure out where he is going to make his move. Like a cat playing with a mouse. He's just waiting for the right angle, the right look, and he'll jump right on him. Bigelow, Larch, and Gidman not closing the gap. They're still about a second off of these two. And now Hoytsma. Up to the high side, looks like Stidham may be heading for pit road. And he will. Just shy of halfway, and he'll bring Brock Bigelow with him. Garrett Boyd is coming in with that group. Hoytsma has been on and off pit road a couple of times tonight. Lap 18. Larch and Gidman the same lap, and then Gagliano went in on lap 26, the second caution. Galen Gidman is going to head for pit road. He and Michael Larch, and he got down low and got around Larch right there. They come in behind Hoytsma. Casey Graves follows them in. That moves Dean Gagliano to the point, and he's going to lead tonight for the first time. Right at halfway. So the halfway money would have went to the 81 if we had halfway money. Not tonight. Thomas Brandner, Ross Cato, 2-3, Stephen Pearson, 4th. Newell, 5th. King. And there goes Newell to pit road. So King will take over 5th. DG Swiss coming around. He'll be 6th. And if Llewellyn doesn't peel off right here, he'll be 7th. Lucas Hoytsma in and out. Well, he's going to come out 8th or 9th here. Still going to have the lead, but he's going to have it over Galen Gidman because Gidman got out in front of Stidham. How that happened, I'm not exactly sure. But Stidham going to try to take that spot back very quickly here. Side by side. Oh, little contact. Yeah, Stidham got down on that door, and I think it pulled to 94. And they are going to go door to door. This will be one full lap, side by side. Larch right behind them. And they have made one full circuit, door to door. This is where they touched last lap. Are they going to do it again? Yes, they will. This time, Gidman takes it down on the dog leg, and they will not get an advantage out of that. About half a car. And now Stidham across behind, going to look for the crossover, try to come out and get to the inside of the 94, and he'll do it. Now the 36 up the inside. Gidman doesn't want to run side by side. He wants to cross over. Wow. Racing. Midway. Cat and mouse. Good exchange between those drivers for 2 full laps right there. Ross Cato going to the point as Gagliano heads for pit road. Now Brandner. Then Pearson, and he's going to head for pit road as well. Scotty King going to pit road. That's going to put Hoytsma, then Gidman, Larch, Bigelow, and Stidham has fallen all the way back to 5th in that line. Cato and Brandner, and they're going to have to come to pit road pretty soon. Cato has a win. He's 2nd in the points. Cato, Brandner 1-2, then Hoytsma nearly a lap behind at the moment. 27.3 seconds. How long does Cato stay out? Galen Gidman now trying to get around Ross Cato and put himself back on the lead lap before Cato pits. And he'll get it done here, but Cato did dip off right there. So your top 2 on pit road. There's Brandner getting to his box. Here comes Cato. That'll cycle us back to Lucas Hoytsma being out in front. And he is going to be out in front by about 1.6, 1.7 seconds over Gidman. Then Bigelow, Larch, Stidham, Boyd, Graves. I think Cliff Mullins will slate in the 9th spot, which will actually be 8th once we cycle through. Because there's Brandner, and Mullins will squeak alongside. Wow, and Brandner didn't give up the spot. Fresher tires comes out, powers away. He'll keep it. There goes Cato. Hoytsma just went by. So did Gidman, Bigelow, Larch, and Stidham. Boyd will get by as well, and then Cato will cycle from the lead to 7th. right in front of Graves. Then Brandner and Mullins 9-10. Mike Robinson's 11th. Forstner 12th. Newell, Pearson, King, Llewellyn, who is in the midst of being a lap down now. And then DG Swiss still out here making laps. He's 17th. Trevor Williams is 18th. A couple of laps, maybe 3 off the pace. 2 full and about 3/4. But the lead is shrinking. It's down to half a second. And I've got a theory. That's what I've got. I've got a theory that the second and third place cars, Gidman and Bigelow, know they have to stop again. They got fresh tires, and they're going to make use of them, and then maybe hope for better pastures the last run if they can get around Hoytsma and put some distance between them and him. The guy is a pro-caliber driver. He's won the last 2 in a row. He started dead last tonight. Took the back row challenge for the rest of the season from the admins. And he's still proven that he can just go get it done. Right now, he's going to battle to try to hang on to second in front of, and really right alongside the 27 of Bigelow. And now Bigelow will ease in front of him in turns 1 and 2. Hoytsma back to third. Larch, he's a little ways back. He's about 3.6 seconds off of Hoytsma right now, but he's fourth. And then Kobe Sidham, who we saw out front for a long time now, has slid all the way back to fifth. And Garrett Boyd is trying to put some pressure on the 36 car and take that spot away, put himself in the top 5. Whoa, not no more.
All right, man.
There's our caution. Wow. That was a big hit. This is a big run out of turn 3 and 4. Man. That's going to expire the 21 car. So we'll get under caution here, and that may change a lot of people's strategies. So we are within 50 to go. Don't think people can make it on fuel. So everybody headed to pit road out of the top 8. 9th place stays out. Mullins is going to come in. Forstner is going to come in. Scotty King, was he the lucky dog, or is he just catching up? I think he's just catching up. Should have been Daniel Llewellyn for the lucky dog. Robinson now scored as your leader. Stephen Pearson up to second. DG Swiss and Trevor Williams right in front. Let's see if Williams and them go to pit road. Williams needed to stay out and take a wave around. Get himself back to 1 lap down. But I think he's going to head for pit road. Swiss may stay out and take that wave around, though. Yeah, Williams changes his mind, and he will stay out. He'll take at least the wave around. That'll put the 51 of Robinson up front, Pearson, and then Bigelow and Gidman, King and Hoytsma. So we got a lot of different strategies going on. Let's find out what's going on here. Mike Forstner, do you got a copy?
I got a copy.
All right, man. It looks like it's kind of treacherous out there. Maybe a little, well, and I'm going to say a little, I mean a lot, slick on the racetrack. What does it look like out there tonight at Phoenix?
Well, I see the sides of most cars, not necessarily the back of them because they're all slipping and sliding, like you said. It's pretty aggressive.
Well, a lot of different strategies it looks like playing out up front. What's yours real quickly before we get down this backstretch and get to the green flag?
Well, you really don't want to know that. I took 4 tires on that last pit stop, so I kind of have what I have.
Yeah, you're
So,
kind of
we'll
in a
see what-
box now.
That's all right.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Get a clean restart. Let's see what we can do about at least getting a top 10 out of this, okay?
All right, you kids have fun up there.
Mike Forstner, driver of the 69. I don't know who all I shouted out tonight. I know I needed to shout out Aaron and Mary Lee and Flewelling and Scott King and everybody, and I may not have. So I'm going to do that right here, right now on this restart. 51 car, the control car, man. He's going to be 3 wide on the short chute. Yeah, he thought better of that. He let Bigelow go. He's going to stay next to Pearson, and I thought Gidman was going to go ahead and really force that issue right there. And now they got Hoytsman in a box, and that's going to check a whole lot of cars up. On that outside line, Cato got checked up. I think Graves decided to make the dive. Brock Bigelow to the point for the first time tonight. Gidman hounding him. Larch got around Robinson right there. Now Hoytsma is just looking for the opportunity to slide next to this 51 car. Doesn't want to let those guys up front have too much breathing room. Oh, into the corner a little loose, and the 51 was there. A little contact. Everybody's going to get away clean. Hoytsma go 3 wide, almost at the front right there. Hoytsma got by. So did Graves, and now Stidham will make his way by the 51 as well. So Robinson went from the lead to 7th in about 2.5, 3 laps here. Here comes Cato as well. I'm going back to the front because Larch and Gidman side by side for the lead. Gidman has not led a lap tonight. Will this be his first? It's not going to be pretty. Larch is going to save the car. No caution. What a piece of driving not to hit the inside wall right back there. Let's go back and watch this. And both cars move a little. Man. Now Larch, all the way back to 10th place. He's right in front of Mike Forstner right there. We'll go back up front because now Casey Graves in the hunt. 42 laps to go. Gidman got a good run off the bottom of turn number 2. Lucas Hoytsma drove that car to the center of turn 3. Closed right up almost to the bumper of Casey Graves, and then when he got on the binders, he fell back about 4 car lengths. Brock Bigelow still having a good run in the top 5. Ross Cato now tried to go to the outside of the 27, and we almost had some Ford-on-Ford crime right there. Kobe Stidham, who'd been up front, now back in dirty air. He runs in 6th. Battle for the lead. Graves to the inside of Gidman through the dog leg, and he'll take the spot away. So Casey Graves now to the point. Gidman and Hoytsma, 2 and 3. Then Cato around Bigelow to 4th. Stidham is 6th. Larch 7th. Robinson still hanging tough in the top 10, but he's got a lot of pressure from the 44 of Cliff Mullins right now. And Stephen Pearson rounding out our top 10. It's a little ways back to Forstner, then Newell, Brandner, King, Swiss. There's Llewellyn. Llewellyn, lap and a half down-ish. And then Trevor Williams took the wave around, and he is now 1 lap down. He needs to get ahead of Llewellyn. Well, actually, yeah, he needs to get ahead of Llewellyn to get in line for the lucky dog. But we are about 37 laps from the end of this thing, and it is another Casey Graves kind of night up front now. After the last set of pit stops, he drove up here, took the lead away from Gidman, and he's opened up a pretty sizable gap. It's almost 0.4 of a second now, and he just passed him a couple laps ago. Hoytsma. Still a podium run. He's in third. Ross Cato is fourth. Ross Cato needs to figure out something to get up there and get in front of Casey Graves.
All right, man.
No, and he's going to get an opportunity because caution's coming out. Oh, no. Well, this might be weird. Because the 83 and the 51 are going to get together right here. Oh, 51 slid it out, and Pearson nowhere to go. They both go to the inside wall. Woo! So now we're going to see everybody on pit road. Up front. Let's see what we get for tires here. Casey Graves already in his pit stop. He's already away. Galen Gidman, what is he going to do? There's Lucas Hoytsma. There's Cato, Gidman, Larch, 1, 2, 3 on pit road right now. Fuel only for these drivers. Mike Forstner stays out, and Mike Forstner is going to assume the lead here. All righty. Mike Forstner, Jeremy Newell, then Casey Graves. And Graves did not get tires. He got fuel only. All right, car still catching up to the back of the field. Some attrition. It looks like Pearson's out, Boyd is out, Gagliano, Spalding, Lawrence, all out of this one. Get ready for our restart here on lap number 92.
Flag.
Forstner up through the gears and down the short chute, and he did not hold that up. Stayed to the outside. Gridman, Graves, Hoytsma all by. Here comes Cato. We're going to have a big one on the backstretch.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We'll just back this up a ways. And we will go far chase here. Let's go to Cato. That's a lot of cars. Did Bigelow get a piece of this? Oh, yeah, he got in there. Man, a lot of cars involved in that one. Mullins was in it. Brander got a piece. Cato is in it. There's just a lot of cars in that one. Multi-car accident, and you could see it kind of brew right there. They got close to one another. We're down, we're inside 40 laps to go here. I mean, about 30, 31. And the intensity always ratchets up towards the end of these. It's hard to win one, and if you got a shot, you got to go take it. Graves, Gidman, Hoytsma, King, Swiss, Williams, Cato, Larch, Stidham, Brander currently the order, but Cato, Larch on back. They're all on pit road. The only 5 cars out there ends with that green machine right there. DG Swiss. Then it's got King, Lucas Hoytsma, Galen Gidman, Casey Graves. Those 5 stayed out. I think everybody else might have been in it except for the one car. Getting word from So Mullins got a wave around. He is going to, Williams. Excuse me, Trevor Williams in the one car. Got a wave around. Back into the cars, bent up a little bit, but he's still going to be able to continue. He'll be back on the lead lap. So he ran to the front earlier, grabbed the lead for a little bit early, got 2 laps down after a pit stop, and now took him almost to the end of this thing to get back to the lead lap, but he's 12th as we go back to green flag racing. I wasn't ready for that. Casey Graves from the control car to the point. 1, 2, 3. Graves, Gidman, Hoytsma. Kobe Stidham, who got a piece of that action in that incident, but not bad. Just kind of got door banged a little. He'll be 5th. Robinson. He and Stephen Pearson got sideways and backwards earlier out of 2, and he is now up to 6th. Then Scott King, DG Swiss, Cliff Mullins, Jeremy Newell, and Trevor Williams back inside the top 10, and that was a bold move down to the inside of the 22. Hot, slick racetracks and a whole lot of hot drivers. The aggression starting to come out. Yeah, Williams got to the left rear corner, and he was going to try to keep the inside of that dogleg, and Mullins shut the door, and it almost caused the one car to get down on the flat with the wheels turned left, and that would have been disastrous. Now 3 wide. Mullins around the high side. King stuck in the middle, and Williams goes to the bottom. We're going to keep our eyes right here for just a minute. Graves is clear by half a second on Hoytsma. Hoytsma is about 3/10 ahead of Gidman for the top 3. And I'll tell you what, Trevor Williams had a set of tires. Whoa, DG Swiss out of shape, out of the dog leg, and he got it gathered up. And Williams is going to make use of these tires here. Robinson got loose out of 2, and Williams had to make a quick maneuver to the high side. Gets clear, no harm, no foul. But Trevor Williams 5th, and he's closing. 25 laps to go. He has got to make up 3.8 seconds to try to grab the lead here. But he's the only car on fresh tires out there. Let's drop back just a little. DG Swiss had a moment as he gets around Jeremy Newell. And Thomas Brander got a piece of that. You can see the nose of that 24 car is crushed. And he may have some overheating problems before we get to the end of this, but he is points racing. He'll stay out there for 12. Stephen Pearson is a lap down, but still in 13th after he and Robinson's ordeal earlier. Then Ross Cato making laps. 12 car heavily damaged. 14th and the last running car on the racetrack. Michael Larch had a good run going tonight, and he fell short. It looks like Mike Forstner on and off pit road. As Hoytsma and Graves now. Going to play a little peekaboo in the mirror with 22 to go. I'll tell you what, Hoytsma backed that corner up, and man, did he get a monster launch from the center out. He is going to take the lead so easy right there from Casey Graves. They're coming up on Ross Cato's number 12 machine. He is just limping that thing around, making laps. He'll go pit side here, it looks like. He drops it off and goes right onto pit road. So Hoytsma, then Graves, and it's a little ways back to Gidman, and Gidman's got some company. He's got the 36 of Kobe Stidham. Sighting him in. Not quite clear, and he tried to clear himself. Well, contact, that was a message. I didn't like that you tried to cut me off on the backstretch, so I'm going to get down here in this corner and give you the business. And that lets Trevor Williams close up. So third, fourth, and fifth pretty tight together. Williams has got fresher tires than all these guys. He just needs to make the passes, and he needs to have a few laps so he can go run down that leader. Maybe nothing that anybody up front can do if he can get through traffic. He's having a hard time getting around the 94. And I'm sure the 94 is still seeing red, not just the car in front of him. But he wants to get back up there to the 36 and put some pressure on Kobe Stidham. This time Williams into 1 and 2. And Gidman can't fight him this time. Williams up to 4th. Now going to try to work on the 36 of Kobe Stidham. Up front, Hoytsma, 3/4 of a second on Graves. It's 1.7 seconds more back to this battle. And there's Trevor Williams right alongside the 36. Stidham going to try to keep the air off the right side of that car, get him loose. Man, we've seen that so many times tonight. Williams is so good right here. Able to drive up alongside these guys right on the very bottom of the 1 and 2. Exit, not as good as Stidham took the air off that car once more. It's hurting the tires on the 1 car. But I think the True Speed guys want to go 1, 2, 3 tonight. And I got to hold on for 14 more laps. Williams looking to cross him over a little bit, but very smart driving right there by Stidham. He waited on the throttle just a little bit longer to keep that 1 car at bay. He knows he's got better tires. He knows the 1 car is better. He is just trying to hang on and protect that position. Trying to keep dirty air on the nose of the one. He's doing a good job of keeping it there. This time on the high side. Williams alongside. Now can he complete the pass down here in 1 and 2? He took the air off the right side of the 36, and I thought I saw that right rear corner wiggle a little for Stidham. That time a little wide for Williams. Can he bring it back down and get the run? And Stidham stayed up in the middle to no avail. Williams gets by. Can he make up the 3 seconds? 3.6 seconds on Hoytsma. He's got about 2.3 to get to Graves. That is a very, very tall order. Hoytsma 1.3 seconds over Casey Graves. It's another 2.3 back to Trevor Williams, who just took third from Kobe Stidham. Gidman in the 5th spot right there, and then it is a ways back to 6th place Llewellyn. Mullins, Robinson hanging on in the top 10 here. Scott King, 9th. DG Swiss in 10th. And Thomas Brander in 11th, the last car on the lead lap currently. Back row challenge and going for 3 wins in a row. And that will trigger the bounty. The DSRL bounty will be in effect if he can hang on for 9 more laps here and pick up for his 3rd win in a row. Graves, Williams. And I think Williams may have used his stuff up trying to get through these guys. Hoytsma, fastest car last lap, and he was clear by a full 10th over the next quickest car. There's Ross Cato back on track again. Cato 14th still. And he is just limping around making laps. Thomas Brander about to go a lap down here. Brander 11th. Heavy damage on the nose of the 24. He got a piece of that big wreck on the backstretch with Forstner, Cato, all those guys. Admin team going to have some work to do tonight. They're going to have some reviews. Well, what happened, Brock? You got into that in the 69 slid down across in front of you. Is that what I saw? Williams with the fresher tires, just not able to close that gap and get to Graves and Hoytsma up there. Now the battle will be for 4th place as Gidman trying to go around the outside of Stidham. He'll get there out of turn 2. This turn down here has been the tricky turn for everybody to make a pass on. He got the car to plant, rotate, good acceleration off, and he completes it on the high side. Gidman up to the 4th spot with a wave lap. 5 to go. But it looks like Hoytsma may go back to back to back. And it'll be like 5 podiums in a row, I believe. 3 wins. Burst onto the scene and has made a big splash. 4 to go, and he's 2 seconds ahead of Casey Graves. Trevor Williams in 3rd, about 2.6 seconds behind Casey Graves. And then Gidman just got around Stidham for 4th. Lucas Hoytsma. Come out of 3 and 4 this time. He'll get the 2 to go signal. Track was hot. Track was slick. Got the best of quite a few guys. We had the big one there on the lap number 92, and that cleaned out about 4 or 5 cars off the lean lap there. So tough race, and the drivers will probably say that this was a tough race tonight. White flag coming out this time. It is 2.2 seconds back to Casey Graves, and another couple of seconds back to Williams. And Gidman, man, he is so close right now. I don't know if he can do it in one lap, but boy, does he have a run here. Hoytsma is going to get to the checkered flag first. Graves is going to pad his lead even more. We're going to watch the battle for third because Gidman, one last-ditch effort. He drives it into 3. Who's going to have it coming out of 4? Williams hangs on by half a car for that third spot. Gidman forced Stidham in the 5th spot. Llewellyn, Mullins, Robinson, and King through 9th. GG Swiss with a top 10 here tonight on a Tuesday. Branner 11th. Then Pearson, Newell, the rookie in 13th. Forstner, Cato, Larch, Bigelow, Boyd, Gagliano, Spalding, and Lawrence. We'll see. Where are our third place drivers going? I don't know what he's doing. Decided to take a run down pit road, and I think he's going to come around here. Yeah, he's going to come back. So Lucas has already made his way there. Casey can join him. And then Mr. Williams. Can join me. Trevor Williams, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
All right, man. 2 laps down for the vast majority of this thing after you went and took the lead. First of all, how'd you get 2 laps down? Because we saw you go pit, and then suddenly, next time we look at you, you're 2 laps down.
Yeah, so I didn't pit on that first, when everybody else went in, and I meant to. I kind of was just dazed out, and missed it. And I was like, you know what? I'll go down and pit. I'll go back to the rear, and I ended up getting penalized 2 laps. So I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's just how the cookie crumbled, I guess.
Would you get a closed pit entry?
It's weird though because the pit was open. I checked it on my way in, and it was green all the way to the commitment cone. So
that's pretty wild. We've seen some weird stuff at this track, especially with cautions falling at the wrong time and drivers getting out of order and different things. So I am not surprised that we found a new glitch. We'll have to make note of it. Get a little support ticket over and have iRacing check it out. We'll have to send them the replay. But you fought, you kept it out there. Man, I know you saved a set of tires because you had it on that last pit stop once you got your lucky dog. Were you kind of banking on that to happen?
I was. So my strategy from the start of the night was just take care of my tires the best I could and take them on my, the last time I had to get fuel was going to be the last time I took tires unless we, had to do a small little splash at the end or something. So I kept the same strategy all the way. Obviously, once you get 2 laps down, it kind of, you get handcuffed to that strategy, and it just kind of worked out. I kind of figured that the cautions were going to start falling there once everybody went in and was taking tires at the end. Some were on old tires, some were on new stuff, and it just, it can become a nightmare pretty quick. So I figured we weren't out of it.
Well, you get the lucky dog, you get around, you get your fresh tires. Man, you had to kind of be licking your chops a little bit. You're the only guy on fresh tires out there, and there's still enough laps, but it looked like you either used them up or the drivers you were having to pass help you use them up a little on your way to the front.
Yeah, for sure. I just, getting the lucky dog, having to go down and pit and get my tires and fuel late. I started and, I was the last car at the longest line. So, I had to drive through the whole field, and I was being patient because I was thinking then, I really wanted to have some tire left to hopefully fight for the lead if I could get to him, or if there was another caution, I'd like to be in a good spot. But like you said, I got through. I feel like my tires were pretty good, and then I got to Galen and Kobe there. They were running third and fourth, and I just, I wanted to do it the clean way and just made sure that I was patient. And by doing that, I kind of just used up my stuff and was too patient and took too long. But all in all, it's a good night. I'll take it after, riding, like you said, riding around in 20th for 3/4 of the race. It's nice to be there at the end.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to give a big shout out to my dad as always. He's always watching, and I'm sure he stuck it out, even though it's long and boring night for him and, any Trevor Williams fans. I'm sure he stuck it out and got to see a good finish. So shout out to him, and shout out for you guys, to you guys for everything you do. Shout out to my teammates, Dean and Larch. They both had tough nights, but Larch had a really fast car, so that's a shame for him. Shout out to all of our sponsors that keep this thing going. Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, and Dirt Racing Network. All the admin team. They do a good job.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with us. I look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Trevor Williams, long night, comes home third after riding around for about 3/4 of the race, 2 laps down. He ran out of time trying to catch this guy, your current points leader and defending series champion, Casey Graves. Another podium to add to your ever-growing list of podium finishes.
Yeah, another second place. I don't know. I've had an up and down night, so I'll definitely take the second. Lucas's car was really good there, and I was struggling a little bit after that last yellow car. Handling kind of went south on it. Was able to hold on, so I'll take it. Stayed out of all that carnage there. I really can't complain.
Yeah, it looked like this track was super hot, super slick all night long, and everybody kind of fought a little bit of corner exit handling issues. Did you find that in the 01 car tonight?
Yeah, I definitely did, and then I came down that first stop. I didn't take tires. Tightened it up a little bit, and luckily we got that yellow. I don't know. I was interested to see how it was going to play out, because there was a couple different strategies there. Just guys that pitted at the halfway. I think Gallon took left sides and then took the right. He was actually really fast there at the end. It just took forever for his tires to equal back out. But yeah, I mean, it was going to be an interesting race, but then it turned into a crazy one after the yellow come out.
Yeah, that last caution was detrimental for a whole lot of drivers. That was the big one. That's the Daytona big one at Phoenix. So a lot of cars got into that one, and it kind of thinned the field there. But your teammate, man, 3 in a row. We're gonna have to put a bounty on that dude now.
Yeah, luckily he's going on vacation, so he won't be here next week. So we won't have to deal with him.
Well, we'll save the bounty till he gets back then, I guess. Give him the back road challenge and put the bounty out on him, man. He just keeps you finishing second, or you'd be absolutely running. The season would probably be over if he wasn't here.
Yeah. I mean, we worked together on the setup, so I can't feel too bad. He tweaked on it a little bit tonight, and I think he got a little bit better. Just worked on the car, got it better, and took off there at the end. I knew once he got to me, I'm like, yeah, I ain't holding him up for 25 laps. I tried to hold him up a little bit, but he got around me pretty quick.
Well, still an awesome job, man. Another second place finish is going to extend your points lead with Cato and everybody kind of having bad nights. Yeah, it's going to come down to just making sure you show up, I think, the rest of the season and score just a few points. But give me some shout-outs and thank yous, and I'll let you go celebrate, buddy.
Of course, you first off, putting this thing on and letting us race here, doing all the broadcast, everything. And then Mike, Larry, Scott, and Garrett also for admin. Without them, I probably wouldn't have a racing league here, so it's good for them to step up and do it. Of course, sponsors of the league, True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy, Scott King Designs again, and then, of course, you again with the Digital Sim Sport Network.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you hopefully Monday night when you come back and we go to New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. I gotta go see if I can do what I did in the B car in the trucks.
Your teammate found his way to victory lane. The problem is we can't get a camera over there, so he's in a lot of a bad spot. But man, congrats on another run. I'll see you over at New Hampshire on Monday night, bud.
Oh, I see he's in victory lane. Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later.
See ya. Casey Craze there. Yeah, he's probably gonna poke some fun at Lucas. Lucas got out a camera shot for us. He found his way to. I don't know how the hell he found his way to victory lane over here because I didn't think you could get there. But 46 car 97 tonight. I don't know what number he's running. It's like underwear. He just changes it so often on us. But Lucas, that's 3 in a row. I hear you're on vacation next week, but when you come back, not only are you having the back row challenge, we're gonna put the bounty on you, buddy.
Oh boy. Oh,
somebody's got to beat you, man.
Yeah, we've had a good streak here. Yeah, sorry about the number. I forgot to change it. So oopsie, but we're good. No, it was a crazy race. I got in a wreck there. It's a little scuffle with a couple other guys at the start. No caution, so it's about a half a track behind everybody. I'm like, oh, please do not let this go green. And it did not. I was able to get back up with everybody, worked my way through the field, and things just went well for me the rest of the night. There's not much to say. Just kind of caught every break with the cautions, pit strategies, and were able to use my pretty good driving car compared to my teammates to drive at the front.
Yeah, I got to ask, is your teammates, especially Casey, he said your car was handling super good and his was kind of going away at the end. Did you keep the secret sauce for yourself?
Yeah, I was working on that thing throughout qualifying even. I used both of my qualifying laps individually to test what my car was doing. That's how close it was. And luckily I hit it right as the second lap finished and didn't need. So that was a close one. And I had something a little different. They didn't feel like testing something or racing something that was untested, so they didn't run it. Joke's on them, right?
No doubt. I mean, they still finish in the top 5, but they didn't have what the 97 had in it for sure, man. Well, that's 3 in a row, and I believe that is, 5 out of 6 in podiums now, if I'm not mistaken, for Lucas Hoytsma in DSRL competition?
Yeah, it's something like that. That sounds pretty sad when you say it out loud.
Sad for everyone else, maybe, but
yeah,
man, it is a lot of
great
fun.
Time.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun watching you come through the field, and now that you're doing the back row thing, somebody's going to have to find something and be able to hold you off at some point. So we're going to have to put a little cash on the line for these guys and tell them as long as you don't get wrecked, someone can beat you. They can probably collect the bounty. So we'll see how that goes. But man, you did it again. I don't know what other questions to ask you because you're a hot, slick racetrack where I think it's probably going to, put the needle kind of in the middle. And once again, you just showed us that there's a reason why your I rating is so much above everyone else's.
I appreciate it. It was a tough one for a while there tonight. These guys, it was really tough to pass. And guys like Bigelow were doing a great job running that defensive line, and I was having a really tough time getting around him. I think that battle went on for like 15, 20 laps trying to get around him before halfway, but I ended up getting around him. But yeah, I feel good about my chances for that bounty. But I know Casey's I'm gonna have to watch out. He might try to sabotage me and give me a bad setup. He's done that before.
Well, I mean, we gotta do challenges where we can get them, and Casey won the only bounty that has ever been offered in DSRL competition. We put it on Kobe after I think he went 3 in a row in the Truck Series in season 2. So we'll see. We'll see if he's the one to collect it or maybe one of these other guys steps up because there's been a lot of challenges, especially tonight. I saw you have to battle with several drivers, and it's just kind of telling me that the competition, they're figuring it out. To be the best, you're going to have to beat the best. So they're all kind of raising their game a little bit. But you get it done once again, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'll let you go celebrate another victory on Tuesday night.
Yep, for sure. Just want to shout out to everybody through Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Hedman Trophy Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, you guys for putting this on. Larry Moody, Mike Forrester, Scott King, Garrett Boyd, and everybody for racing in this league. I can't say it enough. Just a great group of guys to be around.
All right, man. Congrats again, and we will not see you, I guess, next Tuesday, but we'll see you the following week. Have fun on
taking a week
vacation.
off. Thank you. See you then.
All right. See you, Lucas. Lucas Hoisma, 3 in a row. Guy's just good. I mean, you saw guys back. He talked about Brock Bigelow made it super tough on him. A couple other drivers made it tough on him to get by, and perseverance and patience. And he got the job done. He goes to victory lane once again. Hot slick track. We saw a couple of cautions. We saw the big one. Not typical of the Tuesday night guys, but in these conditions, I have to say it looked like everybody was racing hard, and we got down close to the end. That's when we got the big caution. So it is what it is. These guys will go to Richmond International next week. Another short little track, tight track. We run that one at night. This one, I don't know. There may be a day race. I'll have to go look at the schedule, but that'll be another short track. A lot of short track. We finish up the season on a couple of big tracks, so the guys will get through the short track frustrations, then they'll get to spread their legs a little, or stretch their legs, a little bit, and spread their wings and go super fast and work some bankings on some of the bigger tracks as we get ready to close in on the season finales at Homestead. But awesome job, everybody, tonight, man. I want to thank you guys for big message in my chat just now popped up. But I want to thank all you guys for being here. Without you, there is no reason for us to do this. Without the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we see on a nightly basis, which you need to tune in tomorrow night. Midwest Truck Series, round number 3 for them. See if Brock Bigelow can keep his podium string. He went 2-1. He was second and first in the first 2 races. We'll see if he can keep his podium string alive as he tries to come back from not winning last season's championship in his defense of the season before. See what he can do with Justin Duran. So make sure you tune in for that. But all the awesome leagues, thank you guys very much for giving us great racing every night. We wouldn't have anything to cover if you didn't do that. Till we see you guys again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times.